can really date back even further before that stage, seasons and chapters where you've kind of connected together, grown together. I consider him a brother. And to be able to fast forward now to see what he's be able to become as an individual. He's helped thousands all around the world transform their lives health wise, finance wise. He's just the man to follow. And I know he can be able to share some insights too. But Winter, if you can maybe chime in a note here on this individual that we're
I'm
going to bring up
looking like
first.
you're almost making him feel shy. I think he's over there with
I have a knack for
me.
that.
Yeah, no, I just absolutely adore him and love him. He has become he's my partner in business first. He's become my brother through it all, and one of the greatest mentors that I have been able to have. Been there through my journey since literally day one, and still completely by my side now, and doing all the things with me and helping me and dealing with me too. So got to give him a lot of props for that because he's handling it pretty well.
100%. 100%. So with that being said, we would
Oh,
like,
James, zing, right?
yes, James.
Lots to deal with. Oh, it's so fun. Oh my gosh. It's an honor to be here. Yeah, we are live. And by the way, keep on throwing in the chat where you're coming in from. We're going everywhere. I'm just honored to be here. Busted out the Hawaiian shirt today and super, super pumped for that and everything. And gosh, guys, like when I was thinking about this call today specifically, the one word that I could think about was explosion. That's all I can get. Fire, explosions. I mean, there was so fire. I don't know if I should make a joke with this, but I'll make a joke with it. Sean Nakamoto told me that where he lives in Hawaii, it was literally so fire that there was a brush fire and it put him in 2.5 hours. I think things are okay. We're praying for everyone. Kidding, but not kidding. But yeah, but this call, I think that's what it was. I should probably not say that. Okay, never mind. But we're really excited because there's something big that's going on. And if you're on here today, Maui, what's going on? Wildemar, what's going on? Big Island, come on, let's go. And today I was, I'm the, can I be an honorary Hawaiian winner?
Yes.
Dorie, is that okay? Okay.
We're going to allow it.
Can I embarrass myself real quick?
Yes.
Go for it, James.
I was today years old when I learned that Hawaii actually has an apostrophe between the two I's. Is that right?
Yes.
Since when was this true? We're going to be there, by the way. Yeah, we're going to be there. And you want to mark this down. This is a prep call for that. But November 29th, 4 p.m., you're going to want to be there. We're in which part in Hawaii? Which area?
Honolulu,
Honolulu.
Head, Waikiki area. It all kind of combines, you know.
Perfect. Mark that down. If you have friends, if you're around there, that's going to be the big party, the big luau. I'm going to just start learning some Hawaiian terms and start randomly spreading them out. And we're going to have some fun. We're going in, Winter's flying in, Peter's flying in. It's going to be a big party. There's already 70 plus people that are confirmed for that, but this is meant to be a pre-event. We're also joined by our special, amazing guests. And these two women have really inspired me. Like I've heard their stories over and over again. I just can't get enough of them. Miss Dorie Sanborn and also Fran as well too. Maka is going to be joining Fran in just a little bit as well too. So shout out to these amazing women. And we're going to have a good time today. So yeah, I'm going to toss it back over to, I think, Peter. Peter, so you lead us out on this. So you tell, you give the marching orders.
Honestly, thank you so much, everybody on this call. I'm super excited to be here, and thank you for everyone who's in Hawaii and whoever's hopping on this call. But actually, I'm going to pass this back to Winter. Winter's actually going to start us off with what we're sharing here and what we're trying to bring to Hawaii. So, my sister Winter, all yours.
Wait, I'm confused. I didn't know that I was starting here. I thought James was starting here. Isn't this James?
I'm like, no, this is you. This is you.
I'm happy to start. No worries. No worries.
Like, wait.
Usually I let ladies first, but I'll let guys go first this time too. So just kind of like to give a little bit of prep on this. And then Winter, I'll have you talk about the drops himself.
Yes.
So let's kind of like set the stage of everything. So why are you here today? Besides hopefully just having some some aloha in your life and just having some fun, like, which is really what we're all about. Who here likes to have fun, by the way? Put a me in the comments if you like to have fun. Oh, by the way, you want to make sure you have a lot of fun because we have things we're going to be giving away at the end of this call. So stay tuned until the very, very end. We got Sunny Yang that's behind the scenes. That's going to be, he's watching, so it's going to be good. But we are here because we have a message that has been really, really big in this world. But if we just look at the screen right here, I wonder when it comes to a wellness aspect, who here has ever either yourself experienced any of these issues or people around you? Maybe things like mood swings, low libido. I was talking to a brother of mine today. He was talking about low testosterone, for example. I was talking to a lot of women, right? Even for our own journey, me and my wife, we went through a 5-year infertility journey. These are hormonal things, right? Headaches, night sweats, food cravings. Women, hot flashes, perimenopause, menopause. How about sleep issues or maybe even weight gain? How about things like high blood sugar, cholesterol? Anyone dealing with things like that, right? There's a lot. And I appreciate the vulnerability and transparency in the chat below. And I don't know about you, but my background, real quick, is I grew up, I'm Chinese, and being Chinese, you're not given much choice in life. You can be a doctor, lawyer, engineer. So I picked doctor. So I was studying pre-med at UC Berkeley. I thought I was going to change lives. And then all of a sudden I started realizing there's a difference of sick care versus wellness, right? Who here would agree that it's nice if you can prevent disease rather than try to just cure it, right? Or more so maintain it. And I started to realize there's a lot of explanations of why things are happening. And one day I got introduced this concept that all of these issues are due to hormonal imbalance, hormonal imbalance. And that's a huge word. There's over 50 hormones in the body. But what we found is there's 4 in particular, you might want to jot this down, that when you get these into balance, a lot of things get better. Okay, number 1, insulin. Maybe you know that from diabetes, right? A1C level, stuff like that. Your sugar storage hormone, fat storage hormone. Number 2, you have ghrelin, called the gremlin hormone that makes you hungry. So that's your appetite hormone. Leptin makes you full. And last one is cortisol, which is your master hormone. Cortisol, who here feels a little bit more stressed these days? A lot going on, right? And I was talking with one of the formulators and founders, executives of this product. And he was telling me, think about it this way. Not even 10 years ago, we didn't even have these phone things, right? 15 years ago. Now, every single day, especially with Black Friday around the corner, who gets pitched and slammed by social media notifications, pop-ups, emails, Instagram, DMs, blah, blah, blah. There's so much all the time. So we're stressed out more than ever before. And did you know that if stress is high, weight loss is hard? If stress is high, infertility issues. If stress is high, testosterone issues. If stress is high, a lot of other issues are an issue as well too. So we want to talk about how to balance those hormones today. And any person deals with this as well too. And we want to share with you some amazing stories on how to actually do that, which is why so many people are benefiting from this program that we're talking about. I lost 25 pounds in 4 days with no exercise. My wife went through a 5-year infertility journey, me too. And it happened to be, I'm not going to say this is what it was, but it happened to be the month she used the program was the month that we conceived. So I don't know, but I know hormones are a big thing. And that's what I want to submit to you guys today. So we'll pass it over and talk about like, what are these drops exactly to Miss Winner? It's come from this partner code company and everything. But Winner, toss it over to you. Like, what is this body balancing program? How does it work? It's tested, safe, and everything.
Yes. So now that it's my part, we've sold millions. Over 1 million bottles have been sold. There's no contraindications with any medications because they're all natural, homeopathic, stimulant free. And like James was saying, they give thyroid support, leptin, ghrelin, cortisol, and level out insulin and thyroid support too. I said that. They're also going to help your body lose weight 2 times faster than diet and exercise alone. But what I've noticed that's so cool, it's like when you're taking the drops, like your ghrelin and leptin kind of like talk to each other and start working out. And I started noticing too, like I've always been such a foodie. I love food. I love to make food for people. That's what we do. It's always been my way. And I was always like living to eat, basically. And I realized that that's like your insulin being out of whack, like going up and down. And so these kind of balance all of that. So kind of amazing. Was that, well, what's next? Okay.
So how do you use them, Winter? How did they exactly work? Like,
So
what
it's
does a day in the life look like on the program?
pretty simple. So you're going to take the bottle 3 times a day. So I take it, just fill it up to that 0.7, put it under my tongue, hold it there for 30 seconds. 10 minutes later, take the second bottle, and then you eat. Really simple. If you're a person that doesn't eat 3 times a day, say you only eat 1 or 2 times a day, you're still going to take the drops 3 times. If you're a person that eats 6 or 7 times a day, you're still going to take the drops 3 times. So just kind of think of it as morning, afternoon, and night. It's pretty simple. Just get them into your body. They can't do anything for you when they're not there.
So, and you got some pretty crazy results in this too, right, Winter?
I've
The next slide. Who's this? What happened here?
Oh, geez. So actually, that first picture was me a little bit already into the drop. So my story kind of started. I, was always kind of a health fanatic and eating, real whole foods and gluten free and dairy free and sugar free. When I got pregnant with our second baby, that all kind of changed. And the cravings were a little bit different, but things just weren't the same after having him. Like, even going back to the same diet and going back to the same workouts, it just was not working for me. Nothing was working for me. And saw these drops, and I had to give them a try, and it was extremely life-changing for me. And not just the weight loss side. I got to be honest, that was sort of the first thing I was looking at, because I didn't realize exactly how bad I was feeling every day. I didn't realize how extremely low my energy was. And these basically helped me get out of bed with a purpose and helped me to be a better mother and a better wife, because I wasn't just tired. I was kind of tired and like miserable almost. So the energy that it gave me, it's like it gave me my life back. Anybody that knows me, if somebody's on this call that knows me, they know that I've always had energy. But after having my son and the transition of moving here and the things that had gone on in my life, it was looking a lot different. So this gave me that. This gave me all of that back. And that's probably the biggest thing for me, being able to be a better mother and a more present, active mother for my son, for my family, for my daughter and my husband.
So big.
Yeah.
Come on. So some people call these happy drops.
Yeah.
Yeah, good question. Shasta asked, so how long was it between these two photos, Winter?
Those two, I think it was only 6 weeks or something.
Dang.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's a big thing. So if people are looking for weight loss, obviously we all know to lose weight, you should eat better and do all those things. This makes it easier because it curbs the cravings and it doubles fat loss. So if you're going to lose weight anyway, it might as well do it in a healthy, long-term and easier way as well too. But come on, let's go, Winter. Congratulations.
Thanks.
And speaking of moms, our next individual is an absolute inspiration. Let's go. Dorie, tell us about your story. That rhymed.
Yes, it
Tell us about
did.
your
I like
story. Let's go.
that. Oh man, aloha everybody. So yes, as James introduced, my name is Dorie. Thank you so much for joining tonight for the first of it all. But kind of piggybacking off of what Winter was sharing, yes, I am a mom as well. First time mama to be exact. So if you're a mom, go ahead and put a 1 in the chat. I kind of want to know who's here, who's a mom, because this is relatable, or I'm hoping it's relatable to you. But being that I am a first time mama, I'm trying to navigate between the beautiful, the messy, the emotional, exhaustion, and rewarding of it all in motherhood. When I became a mom last year, my daughter was born in July of 2024. My whole world changed. And I say that because I was super excited, but I was also going through the emotional roller coaster of being scared. What am I going to do? I had to make the decision to move to Maui. So my whole emotional span was just not in the right mindset. So I remember looking at myself when I made the move to Maui at the end of July. In the mirror, I was thinking, I created life, but why do I feel so disconnected? Not just from myself, but with life in general. So that's really kind of where my weight loss and health journey began. But I didn't join and jump on it until my good friend Peter Ho, who you'll hear from later, reintroduced it to me at the ending of 2024. So he reintroduced it back in November, but I jumped on it specifically in January of this year. So if you see that picture on the left, that was my January 2025 postpartum weight. So I was 180.6 pounds, and that has been my heaviest ever. I don't even before pregnancy, I've never even passed 145. So, and I was at a size 12, I believe, postpartum. Now, of course, moms, give yourself some leniency because it happens, your body changes. But when I was reintroduced to this, I didn't start it because someone told me to. I started because I truly felt my hormones, everything about me was all over the place. My cravings were out of whack. My mood felt super unpredictable, and it made my weight loss journey feel impossible. But once I started the drops in February, something shifted slowly, but it was a true story, steady story. I noticed immediately within a few days, my sugar cravings were gone. My energy picked up, my mood balanced. I could literally think and feel happy and just flat out normal again after a few days. So, you know, as a mom, we go through that emotional roller coaster. And I want to share this with a lot of you who are moms that you are not alone. Clearly, you have moms here on this call sharing our stories, but know that it's not a drastic or scary change that we are doing that you can do too. It actually is very supportive. And to me, it felt like my body came back into place. So the biggest part wasn't even for the weight loss. It was really for the emotional balance for myself, at least, because I didn't want my daughter to see her mom go crazy, and lose herself along the way. And God forbid something ever happened to her.
Mm,
So
mm,
I felt a lot lighter in my mind, more present as a mom, more confident in my skin, and more connected to my purpose of life being a mom.
mm.
So, seeing this progress, seeing the before and after pictures, as you can see here on the screen, you're thinking, wow, right? I mean, it is incredible. I am now, well, the picture you see is a 70-day transformation. I went from 180.6 pounds to 139.2 in 70 days, and I dropped 6 pant sizes. So it is completely doable if you're not looking for anything heavy. But
Oh, I need to do some quick math on that. How many pounds is that?
I think it's like I think it's like 40, 41 pounds maybe.
41 pounds in 70
Yeah.
days.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I know that may sound impossible, but it really isn't. If you really, really think about it, I mean, what we do here is all natural. Like James and like what Winter said, it's all natural, homeopathic, and it's super, super simple. So, if anything, I'm just hoping that whatever I share or whatever any of us share tonight resonates with you in some way or another. And we can help you help yourself and help others just like you and like us. So, yeah,
Oh my
we're
God.
going to pass it on to, I believe, Fran is next, who is also another mommy.
Hi, everybody. Hi, I just wanted to thank everybody for coming. We really appreciate it, and we just want to pretty much share, what our excitement is about the drops and our transformation. So, we started in April, my husband and I. So, I started because I have my grandfather and my mom, they were diabetic. And then also I had inflammation. Next month I'll be 60 years old. So I've had a lot of inflammation over the past 2 years. And for some reason it was true. I mean, I thought it was a myth, but the older you get, the harder it is for the weight to come off. So I noticed that like the past couple of years that I was wondering, gosh, I don't know what's going on. You know, I exercise, I watch what I eat, but the weight was just not shedding off. And plus two, me and my husband, we just kind of wanted to get more into a healthier phase, you know, with our age, and just wanting to putting natural things into our body and not pharmaceutical. So we came across these drops. My sister-in-law kind of introduced it to us. She was putting it under her tongue, so we were curious, and I was like, "What is that?" And then she kind of explained to me. At that time, you know, we wanted to lose weight, we wanted to feel better, so we tried it. For me, it didn't work till maybe a month after, but for my husband, the results were pretty much in like a week or so. So I was telling him, I was like, wow, that's really not fair to where you as a guy, you know, you can see that you're losing inches and weight before I do. But I just want to say that, you know, if you follow the food guidelines, you know, exercise a little bit and take the drops regularly and consistent, you can lose the weight. So total to date today, I've lost 20 pounds. So I didn't really realize the bloating until, you know, I kind of put the before and after pictures together, but these are my before and after pictures, and I was pretty amazed, and I feel much better. I have more energy and better sleep as well. Yeah, so I just kind of want to say that if you're looking for more of a natural alternative and not shots, this would be it. And right now, I'd like to turn it over to my husband.
Hi everybody. Sorry, I'm not one to talk, but anyway, how I started was I was looking for something besides well, actually my heaviest I was at 224 pounds, and then my doctor wanted to put me on Ozempic, but I decided not to, and I decided to look for something more natural. And then my wife introduced me to these drops, and then at first I was skeptic, but I told my wife, you know what, I'll try it, I was hoping to debunk it, because I like to do my research and, find the negative stuffs about everything, right? So I couldn't find nothing negative. All I found was, when I did my own research, it was positive. So I told her, you know what, I'm going to take the challenge and then try to see how much weight I could lose in three months. So in 3 months, I believe I lost little under 30 pounds. It worked for me for the first month. I think I dropped about 12 pounds in the first month. So my goal was to hit 200 pounds and stay at 200 pounds. So I hit 200 pounds, I believe, within 4.5 months after I started the drops, or 4 months. And then my next goal was at 180. So it took me about little over a month to drop to 180. And then my next goal, which I hit last week Friday, was 170. So I lost 10 pounds within, I believe, 4 days or maybe 5 days. So I'm holding at 170, and I think that's it. No, I mean, my energy is up. Some days, I walk 10 miles, 12 miles, 3 times a day. But I'm cutting back now on my walking. We'll just walk maybe 3 miles in the morning, and maybe in the evening, maybe 2 miles we'll catch. But yeah, the reason why I wanted to lose weight was I was borderline type 2 diabetic, and my cholesterol was high, and I had high blood pressure, and then in my family, a lot of my family members is diabetic, and I lost my father to complication of diabetes about 3 years ago. So I didn't, want to follow that path. So I was determined to find something that was going to benefit me naturally, and I glad I did. I glad I, took the chance and you know decided to take these drops. So I'm grateful for it. I thank the Lord. Every day, the transformation is, I'm still stoked on it. I love my Hawaiian food, but I started to eat more healthy now. Watch what I eat. The sugar was, I understood the sugar part. So I kind of mastered the sugar part. If I was to eat, let's say, ice cream tonight, I might gain 2 pounds, but it'll take me about a day and a half to lose that 2 pounds. So I kind of know what works for me with the drops and, by controlling the sugar. So, and I started eating plant-based food probably 4 months ago. So that was a positive thing. I learned how to shop better and, so that's great. I do cheat once in a while, but I mean, uh, I'm just glad, my wife turned me on to these drops and my sister. So that's
So
what, yeah,
proud.
guys. So if I can, anybody can,
Come on. Fran and Maka, they are models. Seriously. Peter, over to you, man.
Ooh, here we go. There we go. Honestly, if I grow up, I don't look like Maka, I don't know what to say, but goodness sake, he looks really good. Just wanted to share a really bit my story. I actually got introduced to this 5 years ago by Sean Nakamoto, actually. And at first, I was skeptical too, as a kinesiologist, as someone who was in the field and looking at supplements all day. I was like, man, this ain't gonna work at all because I know how the supplement industry is. It's not regulated, it's not FDA approved, and people are so skeptical about it. But the first time I did it, I actually lost, what, 35 pounds in 40 days. But took a hiatus, came back, and this past April was probably the second heaviest I've ever been at 256 pounds. Man, I felt huge, I'm not gonna lie. But during that time in April, one of my students actually caught most of my students, many of my students came up to me and actually told me I was fat. Like, hey, coach, like you look like you're fat. You can't do what you're telling me to do. And that kind of hurts. I'm not gonna lie, it really hurts from a tennis coach perspective, saying that, hey, your coach can't even run. Your coach can't even go through the day without hitting anything. And so that really opened my mind up and really focused on my weight loss transformation. I actually lost 70 pounds in 85 days. Um, Eating clean, exercising, but really barely hit the gym. I'll be honest, guys, you guys probably saw my gym selfies, photos on Instagram. I sat there and saw everyone work out while I was losing weights on these drops. And that was something that I really am proud of saying that, hey, I really lost weights in these drops with nothing else more. Um, but not just losing weight was my big thing, but it was having energy for these students. When these students tell me to sprint, I'm sprinting with them. If these students tell me to hit with them, I'm hitting with them. There's no give or take. There's no, hey, no, guys, I'm sorry, I'm tired. It was, I'm on the court doing what I'm preaching. I'm on the court telling them that I can do it too. And I'm a coach who every Friday, Saturday, I'm working almost 10 to 12 hours a day. There's no sitting, there's no walking, there's just pure running and hitting with my students. So really, these drops have really turned my entire life around. I'm actually having abs. I'm actually seeing something that I had never seen in my entire life of 28 years. And yes, I'm the youngest of this group, but honestly, if I can do it, you guys can do it too. So I really want to share that aspect of my story of saying that, hey, it doesn't matter how young you are and how old you are. These drops work entirely to help really just boost yourself, your brain, your mindset, but also the energy that you have to surround yourself with families like this. So I wanted just to really share that. But I'm actually going to pass this on to my good friend, the person who introduced me to these drops, Mr. Sean Nakamoto.
Thanks a lot, Peter. And that's fire, man. Like seriously, just so proud of not only your results, but everybody's results. Just phenomenal. Um, just to kind of give a segue to who I am, how I started real quick. So this actually dates back to COVID. This is when shutdowns were happening, and I entered a very dark phase in life. For the first time, I entered a stage of depression, being laid off temporarily, having to submit myself through government support for the first time ever in my life, and not knowing how to handle it. I resorted to the one method that I always relied on in life up until that point, which was eating. And it got so crazy where I spiraled out of control and I packed on weight like I've never seen before. Probably put on about 35 pounds of COVID weight, not being able to have any energy, move at all. I mean, literally, all I had energy for was getting out of bed only to transport myself to my couch and then feeling like the rest of my day was just tapped, right? And it wasn't just physically, it was also mentally. And it just built up to a point where finally I said I had to change just based off of how I was feeling. Didn't feel like I was going to make it to the next year if I continued to keep going the way that I was. And that's where just timing was so crazy, just being able to be in the right place, right time, and have the right conversation with somebody who, again, this person is also on the line tonight, but reintroduced me back to the drops. And this is where I decided to take charge and was able to revert all that COVID weight off in just over a month, which to me, if you know me, you know, number one, I don't like exercise. I don't like working out. It's hard to get me in the gym. Like, trust, like I've tried to go through so many phases of bro science and doing all these crazy workouts and nothing ever worked. And then when I reintroduced myself back to the drops, I knew about it before, but never really took it seriously. If I'm being honest, I decided to go all in and was amazed to see how simple it was to follow this program, to be able to just change up the things that I was eating and to be able to just incorporate the drops as well too, to feel my energy come back, to feel that I was really starting to reset not only physically, but mentally as well. And in this photo on the left, where I'm wearing the hat and kind of this blue shirt, at my heaviest, I was about maybe 235, which I'm a tall guy. I can wear my weight well. But trust me, for the taller fellas out there, when you gain past a certain point, yeah, you really feel it. And going back through this, I was able on the photo on the right, get back down to about 195, 190, which to me is like, that's prime time. So these drops really just changed my life in so many ways. And one of the significant ways that enabled me to do so is give me an opportunity to share not only what I went through for myself, but be able to share it with other people. And what's so special about me speaking tonight, and I'm so grateful to all the speakers to allow me to speak in this portion, is I want to talk a little bit about vision setting. I want to talk about, and I know Winter chimed in on this earlier too, this is also a dream that I've always had, was to be able to bring something huge and major to Hawaii. I personally am not born and raised here. My dad's side was. So I've always had a special connection to the islands. And I've always wanted to give back in a way how it helped me throughout my childhood. And I can never figure out how to do so. Fast forward to this particular time, I thought to myself, okay, if I can change my health and if I can revert my life and get it back on track, how can I turn this into something that could mass impact all of Hawaii? And that actually led me to individuals like Peter 5 years ago, where we talked about this, right? We talked about this concept. We talked about this idea. And something to be said when it comes to vision setting, right? And there's some of us on this line right now where maybe you're thinking to yourself on a health related note, how you want to transform, right? But you're thinking it's too hard. You're thinking it's too difficult. Maybe you're thinking it's just not doable for me, right? And if that's the case, I want to encourage you to keep diving deeper on that thought. Because think, instead of how difficult it's going to be, think about what it's going to feel like for you to actually live up to your commitment to yourself, right? To see it go all the way. And going back to this part of the story here, right? Talking with individuals like Peter, where this was 5 years ago, and we talked about how to bring this to Hawaii. We started this concept, we tried to branch out, and Hawaii wasn't ready yet, but we still kept going, right? We kept going, we kept going, we kept going. A couple years down the road, I was then introduced to Winter, right? And it was so amazing how in just 2 years' time, been able to really get to know this amazing soul and to be able to see what she's been able to re-spark for Hawaii, right? Which then led to an amazing individual named Ginger as well, too. I know she's on the line as well. And they've just pioneered this whole entire segue now into the 808. And it's so beautiful to see what can happen in a relatively short amount of time if you don't quit, you keep going, you stretch yourself, right? The vision of whatever it is that you're locking in on, it has to be so big that it scares you. Because in order for you to really step out of your current state, right, to become the version of yourself that is needed to attract the bigger goals, you got to go through trials. You got to go through seasons where it hurts, right? And maybe some of us are looking at a health journey, a fitness journey right now, right? As we're talking about all of this and thinking, God, I don't know if I can do this because I've tried things before. I've gone through it before, but it just didn't quite pan out. I hope you can gain so far from all the speakers. And as I'm segueing into this particular topic, I hope you can see how things, if you approach it with a different perspective here, can be a lot different for you, as it was to every single testimony that already went on to share, right? And I want to kind of bridge over, if we can move to the next slide, to this quote that I came across, right? And I'll just read it real quick. It says, you've got to think about big things while you're doing small things so that all the small things go in the right direction. And I read this for the first time, and it made me reflect back to the last 5 years, right? Which to me, thought to myself all the times that I wanted to stop, right? Growing this concept, trying to figure out ways to still connect with individuals here in Hawaii, to be able to plant this idea and then to build on it to expand, right? And then be able to, of course, reconnect with my best guy on here, James, right? He's a brother to me, and be able to really partner with him to see the systems and everything that he's been able to help create to bridge this, right? And to really span this out. Now, fast forward to the present day, right? Moving forward. What started with just a couple individuals, and Peter knows this, has now led to a core group of individuals that are leading massive communities, massive waves of momentum and charges with this idea. And we're so excited now because, and for all of you that are on this webinar, we're excited for you because you're the first that are seeing this. This is just like a pre-segue to something bigger that we're going to be talking a little bit about later on that we want to share with you. But for the first time here in Hawaii, this is about to happen. It's never been done before to the scale of this degree, and we're ready. The team, the family that is here on this Zoom right now, we are ready to serve you in whatever ways that means the most to you for what you want. And we're so excited because, again, as I cap off my portion, I just want to end it with this. And that is, when it comes to setting your sights on something that you want, if you incorporate yourself in the right community with the right people who truly love and want the best for you, want to see you succeed, nothing else, no back end notions, no side deals, no anything like that, just purely for you. It's amazing what can happen to your life. It's amazing what can happen to the fulfillment that you get in return. And just allow yourself to walk in your own process when you fully commit to something that you want, not anyone else. So I'm so excited to be able to share this portion. I hope that there was something from it that aligned with you tonight. And I'm going to now pass it on back over to James, who's going to talk more about some of these systems that we've been able to create that are going to help really expand this notion on a wider scale here for Hawaii. So James, back over to you.
Who's pumped? I'm ready. It's like trippy, right? We're living in a realized dream. And in order to achieve a dream, we need a team as well, too. But by the way, if you already saw interest in this product for either yourself or someone else, throw a me in the comments below as well, too. So that's going to be a lot of fun. But to get started, and then how do we actually share this as well? Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Is number one, if you want to get started as a customer, just get started. Like 1 month supply is around $200. Absolutely worth it. You can even save more actually, just by getting connected with your friend if you're connected with them. And actually, there's an even better savings if you get a 90-day supply. We tell people that's the commitment that you really want to make for the long-term solution. But there's another aspect of it, which is how do we help really share this out there? If there's a way to get this paid for, who here would like to learn about that? Like, there's a really simple concept here. And what I love about the Hawaiians is, like, really, it's that soul of aloha. Like, it's a part of you, right? You just love helping other people. You love inviting people into your lives. And that's what we do here as well, too. So if you partner with the company, one-time lifetime $30 membership, you can get access to discounts And then also you can share this as well. So for example, one thing that a lot of our partners do, they share 3, get 3 people on board with you, and then you get yours paid for. So that might be something you might want to consider as well too. And the question is, how do you do it? It's really simple, guys. Like, we actually give you systems and posts and simple things. If you can make 2 posts a day that we give for you on social media, and you can just respond to people that are interested with things that we tell you to say that are very simple, then you too can also start to really get this out there, right? Most people that follow our system in 7 days, they're starting to make money. And whether that's 500 a month you want to make, 1,000 a month, 5,000 a month, or more, we have a whole 6-figure blueprint to actually scale this both in Hawaii, but also around the world as well too. By the way, who here is here and you're not yet a partner in Partner Co? Throw a 1 in the comments. Actually, would love to recognize you. You guys are the serious ones. We've gone through a lot today, but yeah, we'd love to share and really recognize. If you're not a partner yet, put a 1 in the comments. Shout out to Willow. Come on. Congratulations. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And if you're still, keep on throwing 1s in the chat as well too. But that's where we're actually talking about even more. When we get into Hawaii, we're going to dive in, but it really is simple. Shasta, awesome. Hey, welcome, welcome, welcome. So Sean, there's so much that we can talk about, but I want to keep it really simple today. If you have something that's special, if you have something that's transformative, and you have a group of people that are really fired up about this, and we're going to point you in really simple ways on how to really get this out there, that's really all you have to do. Okay. So with that said, getting started is really simple. I'll pass it off to Winter for some last words. But you can either get started as a customer, you can partner with us, start to share this, or if you really want to take this to the next level, guys, there's some big things, because Hawaii is going to be huge, right? There's a huge island, and it's not just those that are in Hawaii. Hawaii is connected to so many other people around the world as well too. So if you want to be one of those first people there to pioneer this and really lock arms with these cool people that you all saw today, really let us know too. And we'd love to lock arms with you on that as well. All right. So with that, I'm going to pass it off for some last words on what are some next steps too. Winter, what are you fired up about? And take it home.
Oh, man. You guys, that was all just great. Wasn't that amazing? Everybody's testimonials and everything. I'm just like, wow. Oh, hi. Hi. My family's like trying to walk in the door right when I talk. So I just wanted to share some things that were on my heart, and sort of how I started and everything, and just my thoughts here. Basically, when I first saw the drops, I didn't see anybody in Hawaii doing it. And maybe you guys have seen a few of us now, but I didn't see anybody. I didn't see any posts. I didn't see anybody talking about it, no stories, no nothing. And my first thought with that was opportunity, opportunity, opportunity. And not just an opportunity to build a business, but an opportunity to help our people, to help our families, to help our kapuna, and to help the people that we love. Because we got to think about this. Yeah. How many people do you know that health is struggling right now? You know, your friends, coworkers, family members, maybe even yourself. Hawaii is just one of the most beautiful places in the world, with the most beautiful, genuine, amazing people there is. And I think, kind of coming from a background in insurance and living in Hawaii all my life, born and raised, I know that we also have some major health struggles. We didn't grow up eating the best things. Our culture, our food, and like daily stress. Hawaii is one of the most expensive places to live in the United States. So that makes it really hard. So it's something to think about too. Like, how many people do you know would be okay if something happened? How many people are okay if an accident happens and they cannot go to, you know, their regular job? How many people are okay, you know, if there's a health crisis or something like that? Like, those were the thoughts that were really, really in my head when I saw all of this, you know, like, who's going to be okay? You know, most aren't. So I'm just sitting there like, okay, what if I can help one person? Just one person lose the weight, just one person balance their hormones, just one person feel like themselves again. If I could help one person with their financial situation. And with that one person, especially with us in Hawaii and being so family oriented, that one person can help their whole family. And this can just, trickle down and continue happening. So that was my vision with all of this. And it's just something that I just want you guys to all think about. Like that's where my head is at. And that's what we do. And that's why I'm so passionate, because when you find that one person or 50 people or whatever it is, and you start getting those phone calls, those text messages, and people coming back to you like, this changed my life, this changed my health. I've met people like Fran, on my team, everybody here, that health has completely turned around. We don't make, health claims and all of that, but this helped her, and right? Like, I didn't even know them before. This was like sharing this for our people and that whole passion. And it's just, that is the most rewarding thing you will ever feel. I know for me, it totally has been. I'm going to get emotional because it's just being on this call, seeing everybody here, seeing the people on the call, the partners that I have, their transformations, what it's done, for Dorie and I postpartum. Like, it's what we have here is just absolutely incredible. So with that being said, don't let an opportunity like this pass you by. If you're sitting here and you're thinking about somebody in your life or yourself that can benefit from this, or somebody that you can help, continue with that. Let's help those people. I'll ask you one more thing that I asked myself. The first thing that I asked myself when I saw all of this, and I saw it for a while before I decided to do it, and it completely changed my life. But I thought to myself, and I want you guys to think this, what is the absolute worst that can happen? What's the worst that can happen if you try this, or you try to help your financial situation or somebody else's? I thought to myself, the worst that can happen is I feel exactly the same and I don't make any money. That I'm in the exact same place right now. No changes, no loss, no risk, no nothing. But what if I do it and it does make a difference? What if I do feel like myself again? Which, thank you, Jesus, I got that push. It did make me feel like myself again. It did give me my life back. It did make me a better mother. It did give me more energy, and it made me feel more confident and completely changed my financial situation. Me and my little team went from 0 and not seeing anything in Hawaii to, like, what was it, James? Like the top 0.1% of the company in 6 months. 6 months. Like, that still blows my mind what we were able to do in that short amount of time. And it's not because I'm so awesome or my team is so awesome. It's because we have simple systems that are duplicatable in place for everybody. That's it. That's all I have to say. I love everybody on this call. I love you, Hawaii. I just wanted to share all of that. I'm very passionate about it all.
Let's
thank
go.
you so much. Thank you for your time.
And we can't wait. We're going to be at Bose, correct? And tell us about this 29th event real quick, and then we'll do our raffles.
That is absolutely the plan. So my good friend, Uncle Bo, and I'm sure a lot of you know about Uncle Bo's, we're going to have the room in the back. It's going to be November 29th. It starts at 4 p.m. We're going to be doing a similar thing here too. So you can invite people to see what it is that we're doing, the health, wellness, wealth movement that we're working on bringing to Hawaii that is absolutely exploding right now. We're going to do it in a fun place with Uncle Bo's poo-poos and all the fun and all the things and all kinds of giveaways. We're going to have raffles too. So everybody that comes gets a raffle ticket. If you want to bring friends with you, bring them with you. You'll get an extra raffle ticket for bringing them, and they will have one as well. But spots are super, super limited because we can't fit that many people in the back. So reach out to whoever invited you here as soon as possible if you want to come, because we have to close that out soon, or Bo is going to not be happy with me because I've already freaking more people than are supposed to be there. So see you guys on the 29th.
Let's go to Bose. So with that, guys, get back to the person that connected you with this call. Thank you all of our amazing speakers and our special guests. But we cannot end without some giveaways. To Mr. Sunny, over to you, man. We got 4 giveaways we're giving away today, right? So let's see what we got going on. The time is here. And let's see. Oh, man. All right. Giveaway number 1. Who do we got? Michelle Schurter. Congratulations.
Woo-hoo.
Reach out to us and we'll be sure to help you. We're going to get a goodie bag. Got 3 goodie bags, and then we're actually going to give a box of drops. Let's go for the next one. Let's go. Man, these are intense.
I love this wheel.
It's so colorful.
It really is.
Wait, Shasta's not on the wheel? Hold up. Hey, Sunny, do you mind adding Shasta to the next wheel? Is that okay? We got Kaysen on the wheel. Come on. Congratulations. Yeah, we'll do a quick one here. Sorry about that, Shasta. We're good. We got you. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Awesome. Sweet. You just being on here and you're able to qualify, Shasta, so you're good. All right. Roll number 3. All good. Michelle is awesome. Let's see. Sudi, I probably butchered that. Congratulations. Reach out to us, whoever connected you here, and we'll definitely get those over to you. And last but not least, for the grand prize of the drops. Let's go.
This is so exciting.
Who do we got? Oh my gosh. I should have asked you, winner, to do some sound effects of a wheel spinning.
Is it weird? Oh.
Sherry Ann.
Woohoo! Congratulations.
Congratulations. If you heard your name, congrats. Reach out to whoever connected you here. We'll be sure to get down your information. If you didn't see your name, no worries. Meet us at Post. And you're going to see a lot more as well, too, with that. Sean, Peter, Dorie, winner, Fran, Maka, everybody, thank you so much for your guys' time. This was brilliant. And thank you for having us on this call.
Congrats, everyone, and thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, guys. See you guys both.
Cheers in my noni. This is noni, by the way, in case anybody was wondering. It's
nice.
Yeah. Something about Tahitian noni in a wine glass, I'm telling you.
Bye, guys.
Everyone, aloha.